I do have to ask, and I know, and it's just something that I think we're compelled to at this moment, with the attention on President Trump, with these questions around a pardon. Did anybody see or hear of the president himself doing anything inappropriate as it related to Jeffrey Epstein?
No.
And for some reason, I can feel their spirit, especially Virginia's today. She would be so proud and she would be so beside herself to see this one moment we have all came together to unite. And for our government and for the politicians who have taken our trauma and have weaponized it against us, making it unbearable, making it unlivable, making it hard to move on in a life that we wish to live in happiness and joy and peace and injustice that can only come from within at this point.
Yes, why are Democrats so interested about this issue of Epstein? During the Biden period, no one single day this topic was mentioned. If you post videos about this, they will tell you are spreading conspiracies everywhere. That is what I saw. Now, I believe you've seen the beginning of this video. NBC had an interview with some of the victims. A question was raised like, did Trump commit? And everybody said no. So I don't get the point why they are so obsessed with this. Some says, oh, Trump has been implicated. Because one victim said, during that period, Epstein used to brag about his powerful people and Trump's name came into play, things like that. Then at a certain point, I don't see where some of these people coming out to say, oh, Trump did this, Trump did that. Nothing at all. So it is important we take an exclusive look into what is going on exactly.
It is that the government is still in possession right now of the documents and information about that could help me remember and get over all of this maybe and help me heal. They have documents with my name on them that were confiscated from Jeffrey Epstein's house and could help me put the pieces of my own life back together. But I don't have any of it. And I know the same is true for many of these women. We are here to support this bill today, not only for transparency, but for the American people. But if the government is going to release these documents to the public, describing the crimes committed by Jeffrey Epstein and others, the least that they can do is give me my documents that they have about me. The other survivors deserve the same respect from our government. While identifying information must be redacted to the public, it is equally important to provide the victims themselves with unredacted information. I will never forget when the FBI agent showed up in my door in 2008. Jeffrey Epstein hired a lawyer to represent me, or more like to represent him, I like to say. I couldn't ask any questions, and I had no idea what was going on. I was terrified. Until today, I think most of us are still terrified. I thought something was going to happen to my sister or my mother. It went further out to even maybe thinking something would happen in Brazil with my family. And then one day, the lawyer said that everything was just gonna go away. Like nothing happened. I didn't need to testify. When I asked him why, he gave no explanation. That was it. So why? Why was I never called to testify then? We could have saved so many women. We could have saved so many lives from being abused. Why did he get away with it in 2008? Why was he able to go on in the abuse with hundreds of girls after the Florida investigation? Why didn't they let me testify to help stop him? Our government could have saved so many women, but Jeffrey Epstein was too important and those women didn't matter. Why? Well, we matter now. We are here today and we are speaking and we are not going to stop speaking.
Yes, that is not all. Epstein victims and survivors announced they will be releasing their own client list We know the names. Many of us were abused by them. We will compile the names we all know were regularly in the Epstein world. When you take a look at what this lady said, that time Trump was not there. He was not a president. But the way these people take this thing, it is to another level. It is like it happens today. Everything, oh, Trump, 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 Trump. That is what I see on social media. Yesterday, they put out a list. They put out a list. Liberals were still not happy. Like, no, no, no. So I don't understand why they want to politicize this whole thing now.
Transparency is justice. Release the files, end the secrecy, and stand with us in declaring that no one, no billionaires, no politicians, not world leaders, is above the law. And let me announce now, several of us Epstein survivors have been discussing creating our own list of names. We know the names. Many of us were abused by them. Now together as survivors, we will confidentially compile the names we all know were regularly in the Epstein world. And it will be done by survivors and for survivors. No one else is involved. Stay tuned for more details on that. Because history is watching, and so are the women who will come after us. Thank you.
There are many pieces of my story that I can't remember, no matter how hard I try. The constant state of wonder causes me so much fear and so much confusion.
And for some reason, I can feel their spirit, especially Virginia's today. She would be so proud and she would be so beside herself to see this one moment we have all came together to unite. And for our government and for the politicians who have taken our trauma and have weaponized it against us, making it unbearable, making it unlivable, making it hard to move on in a life that we wish to live in happiness and joy and peace and injustice that can only come from within at this point. And we have gotten to this point. Shame on you.
You take a look at this. Representative Anna got oversight will be releasing the Epstein files to a publicly available website momentarily. They are all being uploaded right now. I don't think the vote to release the Epstein files will even come to the floor. Being what they will all be made public. Libra started this. They are giving away their plan. Release the document already seen by the public. Claim you release all the files, then say there is no need for a vote to release the full Epstein files. This is what these people are like. Libras will not lack something to say. If you like, you put out 10 million lists today. The next day, they would switch to another thing because they want to keep this as a conversation. Like, oh, Trump don't want to put out the list. I understand how Pam Body did, blunder out the whole situation. But these strategies they put out, to me, it's not working.
Racist.
I'm speechless. Thank you guys for always watching, sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. This channel is suppressed, so please continue to share the videos. As of the short clips at the end of this, you can stop here. That is for your YouTube algorithm.
Gotta stand up and fight!
Is probably the hardest place to vote in the country, just in terms of the paperwork, the requirements, the even more difficult. One of the main...
In minds, limitations.
So many rules.
My choices are mine. Making this easy. People line up for my advice. And you're walking away like I'm stupid. Line up for my advice.
Going to lionize.
Why? Marriage, infertility.
How hard it is to live in the White House.
Post this morning alleging that since I said I will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial. Conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case, because it always is one until you...
Registration Act is
talking about term, and you will be very.
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.
How bad is his reputation going to be?
It's bad.
You need to connect the dots. Going to carry a level of weight position
or a rant.
Baby, because these people, they are crazy.